Yes, everybody, how are we all doing? So, we are now 6 points clear. Are we the favourites to win the league? Liverpool coming up, big game Thursday night. It's not heard of much with a Premier League game, especially on a Thursday. And Man City slip up. And Amorim, Ruben Amorim, is done. Man United move on to the next manager. Who will it be? Darren Fletcher, interim. Let me hear from the Man United fans. Let me hear from Arsenal. Let me hear from City. Everybody's welcome to join. Please do smash the likes and subscribe as well if you enjoy the channel. So yeah, um, well, well. We are 6 points clear, people. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. But we've been here before, so I can't get carried away. Big up to you, Callum, my guy. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Big up, Rich. How are you? 6 points clear. My manager. Yeah, man. I mean, the, you know, it, but this is the thing. We can't mess this up now. We just can't. And if we do, I think it will be maybe Arteta with his stubbornness or the players' mentality. That's the only way I think now we will mess this league up. But it's only 6 points, and Man City play Brighton on Wednesday night, so they play first, which I think they'll beat Brighton. So that'll put them 3 points behind. Then we've got to beat Liverpool, who I think it will be a tricky game. I really do. And I will say this: we better not play like we did against Bournemouth in first half and Aston Villa in first half, because Liverpool will punish us. Their attacking players will punish Arsenal if we play like that, a bit lackluster, a bit sloppy, not much intensity, not much urgency. We can't do that. We've got to start killing teams off, because when that switch goes, Arsenal can beat anybody. And with how good our defence is, nobody can handle us. So I'm hoping we start better against teams. I really am. We can't keep doing this where we're a bit sluggish, only little glimpses of intensity and urgency. So hopefully we start fast against Liverpool, because I believe Man City will take care of Brighton. Rodri's back for them now. Reinders is, well, he's been a very good signing. Him and Rodri could perform a very good, formidable partnership. But as I said at the start of the season, even before the season kicked off, I predicted Man City to win the league, but I did say no Kyle Walker, so they've gone with Nunes again, which I'm very shocked, and they haven't got a world-class centre-back like they used to. And now Diaz probably might be injured, and Garvidal is injured for about several weeks. So Man City will have to jump in to the transfer window, I think. And I even said on my last live, which was maybe I think 2 or 3 days ago, I did say that do not be surprised if Man City go for Mark Gahey. I think we was talking about it. It says, what would you do if you Mark Gahey between Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Man City? The only Chris Welsh, he was in chat as well at the same time, and I did mention that don't be surprised if Man City come and try and sign Mark Gahey, because they'll look at it and think England international is going to walk straight into the team. Um, so he's going to go straight into the side. He's going to go straight into that team. So Mark Gahey walks straight into the Man City team. They probably will. It looks like they're going to sign Semenyo. So yeah, Man United. Let's hear from Man United fans. Who is going to be the next Man United manager? I thought earlier on, and I think they were linked with him before. I think there was linked with him before Ruben Amorim. There was whispers about it. Max Allegri, who's been smashing it at AC Milan now. Obviously, Juventus manager, did well with them, won title, etc. Um, then he went to Saudi League, didn't really work. Sorry, he came back to Juventus, went to Saudi League, didn't work at Juventus second time, but now he's at AC Milan. He's doing really well. So, who's going to be next Man United manager? Max Allegri? Is it Glasner? Because he's not signing a new deal at Palace. So that makes you think, has there been whispers already happening? And Glasner, I could see him probably going to Man United. No disrespect to Crystal Palace, they've turned out to be a very good football team over the last couple of years. But Man United are Man United, people. They're not in Arsenal's level at the moment, but they're still a massive, huge club. They're still a huge club, and they will be able to get players and managers. So yeah, there's a bit to talk about, people. Do we need to sign anybody? What do you think? Are we? Do we need to sign anybody? So yeah, let me know in the chat. Hope everybody's good and hope everybody's doing well. And 2026 is here right now, and the games are coming thick and fast. FA Cup starting, Carabao Cup's coming again. Um, please do smash up the likes and subscribe to the channel as well, people. Khalid, 6 points clear, my manager. I know, man. Khalid Garvin injured for a few months. Big miss. I thought I'd seen it several weeks, but I think that was just probably at first. I don't know what they said first. Um, but yeah, that's a massive miss. You know, he's probably been their best defender, and he's a goal threat as well. He's in the mod, Khalid. If he bottles it from here, he got to be sacked. No question. Yeah, AJ. He has. If we don't win the league from this will be embarrassing for us. It really will. People are already saying it's either, pundits and that say it's got to be Premier League or Champions League or it's a fail. It's a fail. AJ the Mod, Khalid, if he throws a League Cup semi-finals to Chelsea, he got to be sacked. I mean, that that is a fair point and all, AJ. Yeah, because that means we've blew a trophy already. That's it. One's done, gone. If we end up messing up against Chelsea. AJ the Mod, Man City are buying in January. We must respond. Yeah, they are 100% AJ, and they'll buy smart. AJ, 4 likes. Yeah, please smash the likes up, people, and subscribe if you can. AJ the Mod, Garwell season is dumb rich, broken leg. Wow, not often you hear that now. You do not hear a broken leg. It's weird. That used to be like the main injury in football, or metatarsal, obviously with Rooney era. But you don't hear broken leg much no more. It's ACL mainly, or hamstrings, tears, grade 3. Khalid AJ, we must get to that final. We must win the Prem. Yeah, but we should be going for thingy as well, though. We should be going for that Carabao Cup first. That should be the stepping stone to build confidence into the team, and think, right, we've won the Carabao Cup. Now we are going for the Premier League and the Champions League. Obviously, ideally, go for all 4 competitions. Khalid, no, he must win the League, Cup, and Prem. Khalid, no, he must win the League, Cup, and Prem. Yeah, double that should be an expectation though for Arteta now. It should be 1 billion plus squad, 6 year. That should be the expectation. Should be the expectation of every season for Arsenal. We should be going for doubles. I've seen us win doubles. Where are we? Is it Mod Khalid? No, yeah, sorry, just seen that. Is it Mod Khalid? A few days lost to Portsmouth. Yeah, which Portsmouth got them Sunday. Portsmouth sack him on the spot. AJ the Mod. I fully believe Manchester United by Glasner, and he takes Watton and Mateta with him. I don't know about Mateta. I don't know about Mateta, but I believe definitely Watton will go to Man United if Glasner gets appointed by Man United. He will bring Adam Watton to Man United. Definitely. That would just be a perfect signing for Man United. 100%. It really would. Jay the Short Man, he's obviously not getting sacked, even if he does go out the league slash FA Cup, AJ. Um, well, I mean, he won't get sacked, but he should. If we go out the League Cup and go out the FA Cup early, then 100%, if he does not win that Premier League or Champions League, he has got to go. That would be a really bad season to know that you've gone out at, semis, Carabao Cup, and then we get knocked out by Portsmouth, which I think will beat Portsmouth. But against Chelsea, I'm not overly confident because I think now they will give everything to go and win a trophy and win another trophy. They'll say, well, we've won Club World Cup, we won the was it Conference League. I always forget Conference League, Euro, what's it, Conference? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. Help me, chat, please. And so they're just going to think, right, we're just going to win another trophy this season. So then it's like, wow, 2 seasons in a row they've won trophies. So they will go all out to win that Carabao Cup, I think, and finish as high as they can in league. But Liam Rossini, I mean, I'm a big fan of him as a pundit, um, but I'm shocked. I'm really shocked, and I know a lot from Chelsea fans. If you're about, I don't think a lot of Chelsea fans will be that happy with Liam Rossini. Half decent, decent footballer. Right, where are we? AJ, you need Quinton Timber this month, so Mikel Moreno never has to play midfield again. Yeah, I do not want Moreno in midfield as a lucky weapon. That's what I say about Moreno. That's what he is, a lucky weapon. Midfield, no, 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 no. Not happening. Not happening. It just don't work. It just does not work, Moreno, midfield. Khaled, AJ, chill. We're not losing to Portsmouth or Chelsea. We better not. Khaled, we better not, brother. Khaled, AJ, chill. Where's that just gone? AJ, cheer the short man. If he loses to his Chelsea and Portsmouth, Berta will sack him. Yeah, let's see what Berta's got about him. Let's see how he operates. Let's see what he reacts like if something does happen like that. AJ Khaled, you say that he has been the League Cup and FA Cup for the last 5 years. Um, Great Marsden, 4130, new to the chat. Welcome to the chat, I think. You're new. Second again, second again, second again. Allah, Allah. Great Marsden, is there any Moccamirs around? What Moccamirs around? I don't know what that is. AJ Leward, I have said it all season. Win the League Cup, we win the Prem as well. Don't win the League Cup, we win nothing again. It's a fair point, AJ. It's a fair point. That is a fair point. We've got to. This is Arsenal Football Club, the Arsenal. I've supported them 34 years. I've seen us win doubles. I've seen us being the Invincibles. I've seen the 97, 98 season. I've seen the Coca-Cola Cup against Sheffield Wednesday over two legs. There's no excuses now, people. We can't say, oh, let's get that player. Let's get that squad player. Or we need to spend that. Mikel Arteta has been given everything now. It is his time now. He has got to go and win the Premier League or the Champions League. Otherwise, in the summer, when May literally finishes and the season's done, the Premier League and the Champions League, Arsenal are going to be really, really battered with banter if we do not win the Premier League or the Champions League. It is going to get really embarrassing for Arsenal Football Club. Of course, you're going to have all his Arteta puppets, just big up everything he does, says, and wants. I'm seeing Rory talks BS already, crying about Man City. Oh, well, Man City's spending some money in January. Who gives a fuck? Because they want to win the league. They've got standards. If they can spend, they're going to spend. If we don't spend, it's probably because we're not willing to. Do you know what I mean? Like, these people, like Rory, Igal, and everyone, and I keep saying it on every stream, are just followers of Arsenal. Like Rory, it was on about other day. Oh, who's that commentator commentating on Arsenal game against Bournemouth? Like it was winding him up. It's Don Goodman, Rory. You work on Sky, you work on Talksport, and you're telling me you don't know who Don Goodman is. Well, that's just a perfect example of someone like you, what's just got on TV/Sky and Talksport from lying, talking bullshit, and being a suck arse. It's simple as that. It were proven. You've proved it to the old Twitter. You didn't even know who Don Goodman was, even though Don Goodman works for Sky and Rory goes on Sky. That just shows some of these knowledge of these football followers/fans. Well, I'm not even going to call them an Arsenal fan because they've just jumped on bandwagon and thought, oh, Arsenal's trending. I'll jump on that one day. I'll say something what's load of bullshit on Twitter or on Instagram. Next minute, it's followed, it's twigged on, and then they just say anything. They could even say it's going to snow and it'll all be red, and all the vulnerable people will believe them. Rory told everybody. Rory talks football. Yeah, Rory talks bollocks. Told everybody a few months ago on Twitter that Arsenal turned down a bid for William Saliba and Miles Lewis Skelly. He is a lying prick. They didn't turn down a bid because Arsenal have never had a bid from Real Madrid officially for Miles Lewis Skelly and William Saliba whatsoever. So Rory, stop bullshitting, stop lying, just because that's all you have done to get where you are on Talksport, on Sky. You're a lying, bullshitting prick. And then he didn't even know who Don Goodman was. Oh, because it's in the 90s. I don't know that. I don't know that. Fuck off. You know what I mean? You should know your history. If you're a football fan, you should know your history. You should know about the 90s in the Premier League a little bit further. I know Charlie George, nowhere near born when he were around. Frank McClintock, Bob Wilson. Oh, nowhere near. Nowhere near. Charlie Nicholas. Graham Martin, yes. AJ, again, I have always wanted to be wrong about Arteta, but after £1.3 billion, I can't be. Same here, AJ. I hope I am wrong this season. I hope I am wrong, and he turns round and just stands here with a ideally Carabao Cup and Premier League and holds it up. I hope I'm wrong. Hope I see Arteta hold the Premier League and hopefully the Carabao Cup. And then I'm wrong because I've said he'll never win it. He'll never win it. But I'm hoping I'm wrong because that's what I love. Because I am an Arsenal fan. I'm not an Arteta fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. So what do we think about this with Eze? I mean, and all that's all I want to mention as well. Eze, what's happening, people? What is happening to Eze? Because how I see it, it's a bit like Ethan Wanyeri slash number two. Take two. It feels to me Arteta's taking the piss now out of Eze just because he didn't track back against Aston Villa. Well, I tell you what about Martin Odegaard? His love child, by the way, Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard, obviously Arteta's love childs. What about all last season when this so-called captain of ours, Martin Odegaard, by the way, the weakest captain in football, what about last season when he was piss poor and absolutely shocking as a captain and as a player? And our worst first team player last season. What about then? Did you drop Martin Odegaard when it? No. As soon as he's fit, straight back into the team. And Eze does one thing, just one thing, and yet he can't even get any game time at minute. Well, I'm going to say this: Eze is not in an age now where he needs to be playing regular football. He wants to go to that World Cup. It's every footballer's dream to play for the national country at a World Cup at Euros, and he's not getting any younger. He's not. If he keeps getting put on the bench and not getting any minutes, this could be a weird one where at end of season he looks and thinks, I didn't go to World Cup because I'm not getting any minutes whatsoever. I'm on bench, I'm getting 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, I'm only playing in Carabao Cups or FA Cups. He might turn round and say, this is my boyhood club, but I need to put myself first and might get fed up very quickly because Eze is way too good to be on the bench. He's better than Martin Odegaard. He's levels above Martin Odegaard. But this manager, Mikel Arteta, again, when it comes to playing players what like to play with freedom and express themselves, Mikel Arteta cannot get the best out of him. Never will be able to. He never has been able to as well. Couldn't do it with Aubameyang. He's struggling with Victor Gyökeres. You know, with Madueke, I just see a bit of Madueke from Chelsea. You know, he runs that wing, causes problems. He's very fast at shifting the ball out his feet. He's strong. He's good at holding players off. He's got a good shot on him. But the end product, it just ain't there enough. It's just not there. Sorry, it's just not there enough. So I think we've got a problem now with this, with Eze, because this is what Arteta does. He don't just say, right, okay, Odegaard, you know, you've played that game, and then Eze will come on for the last 30 minutes or something. He's getting 0 minutes, people. He's getting absolutely big, fat 0 minutes. He's not playing a minute. He's not playing a minute. So how the hell is he at the moment going to be in that World Cup squad? And if people want to say anything, then you need to start watching football more. Because I've been watching football for 34 years and I know what I'm talking about. I don't get everything right, but I know a lot of things. I've watched it billions of times. Someone like Eze will not just be on that bench for Arsenal and accept it. He will want minutes. He will want minutes. I could understand if it was on the bench but coming on for the last 25 minutes, but he's not because Mikel Arteta doesn't know how to manage a full squad. He just doesn't know how to do it. He does not know how to rotate it. Like against Sunderland, Pep, Reiner's on bench, Garvidal on bench, Doku on bench, Rodri on bench. Obviously, Rodri's been out 55 games. Straight away against Chelsea, Rodri starts. You know, Reinders starts. Garvidal starts. That's how you manage a squad, like what Pep does. That's how he's won leagues over seasons when he's picked a different right back every game or a different left back every game because he knows he's asked for that squad, he's got the squad he needs, and he knows he can put trust in him, rotating him every game, not just leaving him out and not getting any minutes. It's a bit different now, but he still rotates it. He still rotates his squad. Rodri's missed 55 games, people. Imagine if Rodri was fit all last season and fit most of this season. That's like saying to us, imagine Declan Rice not playing nearly all last season and not playing this season. We would be on our arse. Look where Man City are, still second, and in all cups. Right, where are we? AJ, I fully believe Liam gets sacked by Chelsea before Slot and Arteta because Liam is worse than Enzo. AJ, I will say this as well. Don't sack Arteta for someone who not approve. No, definitely not, because otherwise we go through the same seat. Absolutely. I do not want any ex-Arsenal player, no rookie, nobody. It's either got to be someone like Conte or anyone like that. AJ, I do actually fully believe that if we had to just kept attacking post 2020, 22-23, we would have won the Prem already. Yeah, yeah, we would. Yeah. Rookie Yoshida, state of our fan base is very annoying. I hate when rival fans get on to us. Extremism everywhere. If not extreme negativity, then toxic positivity. All of you can fuck off, pricks. Because it's called standards, and we are still waiting to win a Premier League, and we haven't won a Premier League, and everybody else has won a Premier League. He's gone. AJ will not play till Portsmouth. No, you're not, AJ. AJ, rookie, how are we? Negative. We actually want to win. Yeah, don't worry about him. AJ's gone, prick. AJ, rookie, if we had Arteta success rating our jobs, we are getting sacked. Why is it so different for him? Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the short man, Odegaard has been playing well as of late. Everyone is overreact. This is, I will say this, Jay the short man, Odegaard has been playing well. I'm on about last season. How Arteta still wouldn't drop him, even when he comes back from injury. But this season, just lately, Arteta, Martin Odegaard has been playing better. He has. And we want to see that. Because if that's what we need to see from Odegaard. We need to see Odegaard playing with freedom, expressing himself, getting a free role. But Mikel Arteta is just he's so strict and he wants everything his way and he does not let our attacking players just go and play with freedom and express themselves. And then if you look at games like Aston Villa in second half, when that switch just went, that we were purring. We were absolutely we were flourishing. The football were free flowing. The way we were passing, it was faster. There were a lot of intensity, a lot of urgency, and we were just owning Aston Villa. But we've got to see it more. We can't just keep seeing it every 5 or 6 games. We've got to see those performances a lot more. We can't keep hanging on like against Bournemouth. If there were another 15 minutes, we might have drawn. We made Wolves look like a top 10 side. We made hard work against Everton. We made hard work against Crystal Palace in Cup. We've got to start killing teams off. We can't keep scraping results. And when I say scraping, I mean letting teams back in. We've got to ask our concentrations going as well. We have got to really start killing teams off. Because I will say this: if we play like we did against Wolves and like we did against um, Bournemouth in first half and Aston Villa in first half, Liverpool score. Liverpool will go on and beat us. If we're lackluster, we're sluggish, there's not much intensity, not much urgency. Liverpool's not going to hold off. They're going to come at us, and they will take a risk. So we've got to start killing teams off. We've got to start playing better in first half and absolutely taking it to them. Luca Clean, Arsenal sucks. Well, who do you support? Who do you support, Luca? Let us know. Let us know. Um, So yeah, everybody. What do we think? Will Man City still be a problem? I still think they will. I think they will. I think they're going to sign Semenyo, and I think they'll push for Mark Gay as well. I think they really will. Um, I do. I honestly do think they will. And now Rodri's back. I mean, mate, that is. It's just his presence. Rodri's class. Rodri's fantastic, and him and Ryan is in middle. Um, you can see a partnership building there because Reiners is obviously tall, powerful. You know, he's got them surging runs, but he will put that ball in back at net, and he's proven it this season. I think he scored 4 goals now from midfield. But it's just at back with Man City, and I said this before the season kicked off, which I did predict him. I did predict him to win Premier League, but I did say why did Man City start the season with Nunes at right back? That really did shock me because you think the previous right back is Kyle Walker, one of the best right backs we've ever seen in Premier League. So I'm really shocked about that. And then at centre back, I just don't see I don't see a centre back of Diaz of 2.5 years ago at Man City now. I don't feel they've got a world class centre back. So but they're going to strengthen. They're going to have to now because Garvidal, that is a must. They will not be able to. Obviously, they've brought that guy back from loan. I think he's been on loan at Watford. I think it might be what I'm not sure Watford. Um, but they fetched him back. But that's they've got that Rears who they signed a year gone in January. Well, a year this month. When they signed Marmoush and everyone. Got that Rees, but he's on loan at Girona, which is Man City's parent club. Um, so, you know, um, I do feel that they're gonna keep going, and they will sign a couple of players. They might even sign three actually. But let me know what you think. What Man City? Who's the favourites? Arsenal or Man City? Let's be real. Let's be truthfully honest. Who are the favourites now to win the Premier League? Arsenal or Man City? But Aston Villa are not going away. They got battered by us in second half, and they shown how good they were against Forest. And Ollie Watkins is at a bit of form. I think 4 goals in a row now. Jay Shotman, oh the God has been playing well. Yeah, I know he has. Jay Shotman, I agree. Wasn't really calling Eze out. It's just my opinion. No, that's fine. Jay the Shotman, big up to you, my guy. Doku looked cold this season too. Surprised he doesn't get more game time. You know, I said this like about Doku. He is lightning quick with his feet. The way that he shifts the ball and just nudges it out his feet is ridiculously quick. No one can stop it. No one can handle it. But he's a little bit like Madueke. He's better. He's better than Madueke, but he doesn't score enough goals. If Doku, to me, if Doku adds goals to his game, he is hands down the best left winger in the world because he's got everything. He's got speed, he's got strength, the way he runs up ball, his close control, the way how quick and lightning quick he shifts it away from him when he's got the ball, and he helps back in defence. He's got work ethic. Doku is absolutely class, but it's his goals. He just don't score enough, and he can shoot and all. Jay the Showman Odegaard is the most subbed off captain in Arsenal history. He's not good enough. Trade him for Elliot Anderson. Jay Shotman Odegaard can still have a role for Arsenal, AJ. He's not always used correctly. The only Chris Welsh, big up to my guy. Don't subscribe to the only Chris Welsh people. Big up, mate. Hope you are well. Good to see you, Chris Welsh. I'm good, thank you, my guy. Hope you are good. AJ, we are after Livermento, which just proves Berta knows he is finished. Well done, Arteta. Um, AJ, Jay Shotman, you're not good enough, so move on and get the captain armband. Give the captain armband to Ryan. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of Declan Rice. He has got to be that captain. The way he plays, man. It's just proper born leader. Proper what? He's a winner, warrior, leader. Declan Rice has got to be Arsenal's captain. I keep saying it, but everyone will say, yeah, but all the players voted for Martin Odegaard, and Arteta picked him. You believe anything. You believe anything. If you ask all Arsenal players to sit down and say, is Declan Rice worthy of being Arsenal captain? Bet you, bet you now, every single player would say, absolutely. You can see the way he's vocally heard, the way he talks to players on pitch, the way he gears them up, where he's patting them and shaking them, and and talking. He's a winner. He's a warrior. He's a leader. He's a baller. Even when he's hanging out his arse, he gets that last slide tackling. He jumps up for that last header. He does that last shoulder barge. Declan Rice has to be Arsenal's captain. If it's not him, it's got to be Gabriel. Because it's quite embarrassing, to be honest, watching Martin Odegaard captain Arsenal when I have seen, Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry. It is embarrassing to actually see Martin Odegaard as the captain of Arsenal Football Club. Very embarrassing. So, you know, um, against Liverpool, man. I mean, are we confident? Who's confident on Thursday against Liverpool? I know we're favourites. We are favourites to win. I think we probably will win. But I'll say this: if we play like we did against Wolves or Crystal Palace or Aston Villa at home in the first half, that is against Villa, Liverpool will score. We can't keep playing crap in first half. We've got to kill teams off, take this game to them. And this is what gets me when people say, well, you can relate to this, like Invincibles. You can compare this current team under Arteta to Invincibles. And I'm thinking, how can you say that? You've probably been watching Arsenal for about 8 years. I've been watching them 34 years. I've been a fan 34 years. This team is nothing like, it doesn't even come close to the Invincibles. The Invincibles could defend, keep clean sheets, hold teams off, and absolutely batter teams in first half. There was 3-0 up, 4-0 up against Man City once. I think it was in about 28th or 30th minute. Took Man City to pieces. Now, I know Man City are not the team like they are now and have been over the last few years, but it was still Man City. They wasn't shit. They wasn't piss poor. They weren't down near relegation zone. And the Invincibles used to beat teams in the first half, demolish them, get it over and done with. 20-minute, 15-minute, oh, Arsenal's 2-0 up. That's it, game over. Done. Finished. We make such hard work in our games again. Like we made Wolverhampton people. We made Wolves look like a top 10 side who had not won all season when they played us. Obviously, now they have, but they've not won all season, not one game. And we made them look like a top 10 side. That's when you see things like that, it makes you think, don't feel you were confidence to go on and be the champions of England and win the Premier League. But it's because of our defence. It's that good. It really is. And obviously, when we flick that switch, like we did against Aston Villa in second half, it's fantastic. It's a joy to watch Arsenal Football Club when that switch goes. But we don't see it enough. We don't see it enough. So on Thursday against Liverpool, man, I mean, it depends what they bring to the table because they've hit a bit of form. They're still not lost for a bit now. I think about 5 games unbeaten, I think, for Liverpool. Obviously, drawn 2 in a row. Um, where are we? Is it good evening, Chris Welsh? Only Chris Welsh. Arsenal favourites in terms of points gap, but overall, still City are so bottled 8 point lead in April. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Man City won't be flinching with Arsenal because they just say, well, Arsenal's bottled a league with 8 points clear before. They won't flinch. Man City players have been there, done it. The manager's been there, done it. AJ the morning. If Crystal Palace buy a centre back this month, Mark Gay definitely off to City. Yeah, I think basically it's a case of if Man City want Mark Gay, he goes because he walks straight into that centre line. Centre line. He walks straight into that centre back position. He goes straight into team. Mark Gay goes straight into that Man City team. Is it the mod? Chris Welsh, Man City are still favourites if you ask me. Only Chris Welsh. I'm pessimistic to be honest. I think 3-1 Arsenal hat trick of set pieces. The only Chris Welsh. If you play offensively, then we may as well not turn up. There you go, look. Chris Welsh saying it, Liverpool fan. He's basically relating to like if that switch goes like it did against Aston Villa in second half, it's done because once that switch goes with Arsenal Football Club, how well we can defend. Sorry, people, but no one lives with Arsenal. No one can handle Arsenal. When that switch goes, like it did in the second half against Aston Villa, with how well and how brilliant our defence is, like what Chris said, you might as well not turn up because it's game over. Because if that switch goes and we're on it, attacking wise, we know what we can do defensively. Teams ain't got a chance, people. No one's got a chance. But we don't see that switch, that offensively attacking minded game switch enough. We just don't. And that's, but like what Chris said, we might as well not turn up because they know if that switch goes, how dominant we can be and we can absolutely destroy teams. But it don't go off enough. The switch does not happen enough. And Arteta will probably play very defensive against Liverpool and just try and wrap up for draw or win. But the day before, Man City will probably chop that down to 3 points because I'm 99% confident they're beating Brighton at home. I really am. Um, See, that's what I'm saying. Look at that. That's amazing to see. If you play offensively, then we may as well not turn up. That's what you like. That's what you call a proper football fan because he respects the game of every other team and the attributes they've got, etc. And he knows if that offensive switch gets clicked, like it did against Aston Villa away, it's done. It's over. Because going the other way, Arsenal's defence best in world at the moment. It's Gabriel Saliba, the best centre back pairing in world football. Timber's the one of the best right backs in the world. Calafiore's done well this season, really, really well. I think he's Arsenal's most improved. It's a shame Miles Lewis Skelly, but I'd trust Miles Lewis Skelly to play right back, sorry, left back, all day long, 100%. AJ the Chris Welsh, what do you make of the moment you go out of the Champions League is when Slot gets sacked? Yeah, that's a good point, AJ. I think it is. If they go out now, um, I think it will be enough. I think they'll push that button and sack him. And I do believe I do believe they will be able to persuade Jurgen Klopp to come back to Liverpool. Even if it's not happening, I do believe they'll be able to persuade him. Chris Welsh, well, I thought Slot will stay till end of the season, but him and Hughes now clashed about Gamboa. Oh, the young guy who scored against Newcastle, I think, the last few minutes. Please do smash the likes and subscribe as well, people. If you're new to the channel, Jay the Shortman Arteta won't be playing offensively against Liverpool. He'll keep it tight and do his control. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Jay. Jay the Shortman. This is what we're saying. This is what we're saying. And it's against Liverpool. They will come at us, and they've got enough attacking prowess to go and score. So this is what I mean. This is why Arteta, still to me, and has been, is the problem because he just can't let the foot off the gas for enough times. It's proved how, like what Chris has just said, it's proved how good Arsenal Football Club are when that switch gets flicked. Like against Aston Villa at home in that second half, it was a freaking joy to watch Arsenal Football Club. It was like watching a little bit the way we turned on that game and way we turned up in second half. It was little bits of Invincibles and 97 and 98. We just owned them. We were stronger. We were like ankle biters round him, nipping at him, getting the ball, shrugging him off, jumping up in air, passing fast, which we don't see enough of, getting the ball, boom, 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 passing it, moving, causing problems, running into space, in danger areas, sorry. They were a joy to watch. But like Jay the Shortman just said, you can see it. Arteta wrapping up Martin Odegaard, Mikel Moreno, and Declan Rice. Sorry, Zubamendi, Declan Rice, and maybe Moreno. You can see him going full on defensive, full on defensive. You can just see it, and sometimes it does not work. If that switch goes, teams can't handle us. So keep pressing it more often. And I'm not saying, win 4-5-6-0 every game like we did against Aston Villa, beat them 4-1. But press that switch. Press that switch more. Because when it goes, no one can handle us. No one can handle us. Been proven. We hammered Aston Villa in the second half, who before that was the most informed team in the Premier League. The run, what they've been on, were fantastic. And in that run, they beat City, they beat Man United, they beat Arsenal, they beat Chelsea. So I just want to see that. I just want to see that switch go more. But like Jay the Shortman says, from based on what Arteta's like, can you see him doing it? No, I can see him going all defensive and just counting the minutes down and thinking, yeah, we're nearly there. We've got a draw here, or we've nicked to 1-0. Next minute, bang, Liverpool go and score. And then Man City's one day before against Brighton, and they're thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, now the pressure is on. And then the next league game, they play first, and we play on the Saturday night. So there you go, people. And the Saturday night, we've got Forest away, and they've got Man United. I think it's Man United, and that is Saturday morning. So this could be tricky. If we don't beat Liverpool, they go and beat Brighton. Then they go and play Man United first as well on the Saturday morning. Then we travel to the obviously City Ground at Forest Saturday night. Then you're looking at it and thinking, oh shit, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. And don't write Aston Villa off because they've cemented at minute. They've well cemented third place at minute. Right. Because Welsh draws, we had still not good enough results for me. We so poor and boring to watch. I blame it on slot and players. It's 50-50 responsibility. I agree, Chris Welsh. I really do, brother. There's something not right, mate. It's not right. Something's not right. It's not clicking. It's not fluent. It's something not right with Liverpool at the minute. And because I would play three at back with wing backs against you. The only controls we turn up when we feel like it. Yeah, you do at minute, man. You really do. Because when you play defensively in 22-23 season, I had no one stop 22-23 season. I had no one stopping you winning the league until Arteta, your own manager, did. It's a very good point. A very good point. Yeah, we were smashing teams 5 and 6. You know what I mean? And then like I say, Arteta, changed it. Havertz in midfield against Aston Villa, and just little things like that. I hope that I really do this season. I know I talk a bit negative a lot, and which I do because I've got standards and I have seen Arsenal win league, so I know how it feels, and I want to see it again. But this year, there's no excuses. You can't say, "Oh, let's wait till another summer transfer window so Arteta can get a left winger, then we can go again next season." Nobody's waiting no more for Arsenal Football Club, people. Please get that in your head. All the girls, the people what thought Robin van Persie, by the way. This is an Arsenal follower. Can't call him a fan. This is a gal who thought Robin van Persie was part of the youth team. Doesn't get no more stupid than that. It just proves people they couldn't give a shit about Arsenal's history. It's all about boosting the social media. That's all they're in it for. So anyone what thinks any different, you're probably brainwashed by them. There's that many vulnerable people and thousands of vulnerable people who they've brainwashed. They're not real Arsenal fans. They're followers. You do not know. Sorry, you cannot not know that Robin van Persie was part of the youth team in Igel's head. You cannot say that Robin van Persie was part of Arsenal's youth team when he was nothing to do with our youth team. You just don't. If you're an Arsenal fan, you know that. You would know that. All it is with these people, the Rorys, the Gals, the Egan, Eduardo Egan, they're lazy. They're lazy in the head. They're just Arsenal followers, what has literally boosted their own social media platforms from talking about Arsenal. Egan's never been to Arsenal, I don't think. The way he talks about him, it's like he's been there and he's got a box at Arsenal at Emirates. He's never even been to Emirates, I don't think. I told everybody weeks ago he's 3 weeks from being a journalist. He was telling everybody that years ago. Still not happened. Igal, he talks more bollocks. The way he talks, you thinking Van Persie was part of our youth team. How the hell can you say that? So I struggle when I struggle thinking, what are people following? That's what I would love to ask everybody. All these vulnerable people, what a gal, Roy talks bollocks, Eduardo. Why do you want to follow bullshit daily? Rory, yeah, Rory talks bollocks, who works on Sky Sports and Talk Sport, was telling everybody on Twitter a few weeks ago, Arsenal turned down a bid for Miles Lewis Skelly and William Saliba. No, they didn't. Arsenal hadn't turned down any bid because Roma did have officially bid for him. So he lies he lies. So if you're a Rory talks bollocks, Rory talks football, if you're a follower of him or a subscriber, he lies to you people. So just, give yourself a pat on the back. He's lying to you. They didn't put a bid in at all. Real Madrid have never officially bidded for Miles Lewis Skelly or William Saliba. So if you follow Rory on YouTube or Twitter, he lies to you. It's simple as that. He talks bullshit to you. Literally. You know, Igal is another one, which we all know anyway. You want to know something, guys? Stop it. We're gonna win the league. I, I struggle to understand why you want to follow lies and bullshit. Like what I'm saying, if I say Arteta is a stubborn, smug prick, well, he has been. That's not made up. That's not a lie. He has. It's caused Arsenal a lot of problems. It took him 3 fucking seasons to sign a striker and a backup for Saka. That ain't a lie. That's actual facts. If I say Arsenal don't get to Wembley no more at the moment, we don't reach any final, and we're not winning a trophy, am I lying? No. It's factually correct what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I say Arteta doesn't change formation and doesn't switch things up, am I lying? No, it's factually correct. So there you go, people. But we're called negative. No, we just got standards and we say things what has already happened or what is going to happen, and it's factually correct. Do I get everything right? Not a chance. I get a lot of things wrong, but I will always put my hands up and say I got things wrong. But people like Rory and Egan, they're nowhere to be seen and they get things wrong all the time, year after year after year after year. Adam Key's another one, a little wet wipe. Arsenal's mentality is different this season. It's different this season, honestly. It's different. The mentality is absolutely different. 33. It's different. Mentality is different. You were saying that last season, Adam Keys. You were saying it season before. You were telling us how fantastic Kai Havertz has had a season. Sorry, how fantastic Kai Havertz's season's been because he scored 15 goals in all competitions. What the fuck, people? Like, what the hell? You might wake up one day and realize that you are being brainwashed. These people have brainwashed thousands of people by lying to you all the time. Do they get some things right? Of course they do. Of course they do. Do they get a lot of things wrong? A lot of things wrong. Hell of a lot of things wrong. Do they lie? Proven. Rory talks BS. Telling everybody, like I've just said, Real Madrid bidded for Saliba and Miles Lewis Skelly. He put it on Twitter and they didn't even bid for him. Real Madrid have never bidded for him. So basically, he just looked at you and thought, ha, I'll lie to you. You know why? Because you'll believe everything I say. So there you go. It's facts. It's not made up. Real Madrid have never, ever, ever bidded for William Saliba or Miles Lewis Skelly. Ever. But Rory puts it out on Twitter. So he just thought, oh, I'm going to bullshit all my followers here. I'm going to lie to them. I'm going to literally lie to them and take the piss out of them, which he has done. So there you go, people. There you go. You know, if you want to follow those people and be brainwashed and lied to, crack on. Right. Um, only Chris Welch wants. Sorry, I seen that. Only Chris Welch love Rich calling these top gooners. Yeah, but the thing is, only Chris Welch, my guy, it's facts though. What we're saying is not made up. It's facts. What they're saying, like I just said with Rory, lying to his followers, brainwashing them, taking the piss out of his followers. Rory talks BS. Rory talks football. If you want to say it properly, lying and taking the piss out of people who follow him and who subscribe, lying to him by saying Real Madrid put a bid in for Saliba and Miles Lewis Skelly. No, they did not. And they never have put official bid in for him. Right, let's talk about it. Who is going to be Man United's next manager? Who do you think? Maybe Glasner. I think that might happen, you know. Please do smash up the likes, people, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do honestly think it will be Glasner. I because of the week, I think he said he's not signing. I kind of like made it public. I think it was he's not going to sign a new deal. He said no, and Palace are slowly sliding away. Not won now in about 4 games, I think it is. And I think Man United will go for him. I really do. Sir Jim Radcliffe did say by the way, Ruben Amorim's here for next well, I think he said 3 years. So let's just chop that down from when he said it. Maybe at least another 2 year. But obviously, he's opened his mouth. So would he go and take? Would he take Glasner from Crystal Palace? Now, Steve Parish, obviously the Crystal Palace slash chairman. I can't say full owner because they've got a little bit Americans involved in them now. But Steve Parish will be an hard nut to crack. He will make Man United pay very high if they want Glasner. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to do that. Will Man United do that? Will Sir Jim Radcliffe do it? Because I think if Man United want Glasner, I don't think he's going to come in and say to owners, Sir Jim, I need this, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. I don't think he will. I think he'll be happy with Cunha. I think he'll be happy with Ahmed. I think he'll be happy with Mbemo, definitely. I think he'll be happy with, well, Sesko's not had the good start to the season, but don't write it off because next season it could be really good. I always say don't call a player a flop in half a season or just one season because Mateta is a perfect example of that. When he came to Crystal Palace, I think he scored 3 goals all that season, and now look at him. I'd have Mateta is a squad player or even starting at Arsenal, and most clubs would. He's a really good striker. So I look at it and I think if Glasner goes to Man United, I think they will push and say, if you come to Man United, we want you to bring Adam Watton. But obviously they'll wait till summer, or they might go at him, go for him in January. But again, Man United, I don't know what money they've got to spare. But I'm just thinking if they get him, if they get him, I think it'll be I think they'll bring I think Adam Watton will go. And then, would they sign Mateta as well? But then that means a Mateta, that means Sesko, that means Mbemo. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But you know what? I think Adam Watton could be brought for about 50, 60, in fact, 60 million, I think it is. So, and I think he's ideal for Man United. I think he slots straight in that midfield, straight on. But they've still got Casemiro, who's on astronomical wages. Bruno G, obviously. As much as Man United fans love Bruno G, and I think obviously he's a great footballer. But if you're getting offered, come on, let's be real. If you're getting offered something, say like 65 million or something in January for Bruno G, do you take it? But again, he seems to be the only real threat for him. So what would you do? I don't know. I mean, that's a tricky one for Man United because to me, I think Man United are two great defenders away and like an Adam Watton type, and probably another one. Because Casemiro, on his days, Casemiro at Real Madrid, but he's not as good as he used to be now. And I think the Premier League's caught up with him. But he does have them good games. He still can turn up and put a Real Madrid performance in. But I don't know, man. I mean, like, what do Man United do? Darren Fletcher takes over for a bit, and I think he was a good footballer. He was one of them. Darren Fletcher was like never did anything but everything. Just a battler, a winner, just a leader. You know what I mean? Just like he gave his all every game. Scored some goals. So where are we? As well, I don't want to be slot out, but I'm slot out because players not playing for him and not listening to him. The players need a kick up the backside. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Something needs to happen at Liverpool, man. Chris Welsh, have you seen positive Dan? No, I've not seen it, Chris Welsh. I've not seen it. Jay Shortman, do you think we sign anybody in Jan? Jay Shortman, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Who I would take a punt on. Um, when you think about it, because obviously it's Saudi league, you're getting chance to loan players in that. I wouldn't mind bringing Ruben Neves for a loan. I would take him. I would. I think he could push Zubimendi. I think he's okay at Wolves. I think Ruben Neves won't be bad on loan, but I don't know because the winger situation. We've got Trossard, we've got Martinelli. Trossard's the flavour of the month, which he does this. He does this. He goes on a run. He scores a few goals and then he drops off for about 6 or 7, 8 games. So Trossard's the flavour of the month. Eze's not getting in the team. If Eze does play, and Odegaard's playing, that means Eze goes on to the left wing. The, Mikel Arteta, 6 years, and he still can't even get the balance at Arsenal. And he can't. Because if Eze plays, Odegaard don't, but he'll keep Odegaard in team no matter what. But then if Eze plays, he goes on to left wing, so then that pushes Trossard on the bench and Martinelli on the bench. But Eze is not a left winger, he's a number 10. It baffles me. It baffles me that Mikel Arteta still, after 6 years, cannot get the balance. Whereas Pep, Cherky will play, Foden, then he might drop it. I just I don't want to go into it too much, but it baffles me that Arteta still cannot find the right balance. Because like now, if we sign another left winger, you can say with how they say Eze is a left winger, even though he's not, he's a number 10. But with Arsenal, and the way a lot of people are saying it, it's like Eze is a left winger. So if we can sign another left winger, that means we'll have Eze, the new left winger, Trossard, and Martinelli. So then Martinelli or Trossard will have to be sold this January, and that won't happen. Because what Arsenal will do, they'll probably sell Martinelli in summer and get about 30 million for him. But when we could have sold him, maybe I think what could have sold him 3 years ago and got about 90, and obviously he was good then. He was good. So I'm just saying, going on to it as well. We're rubbish at selling players. We like now. Let's take an example. In summer, I think we were going to get around about 22, 25 million for Trossard. If you sell Trossard now, let's say Saudi League come for him, Arsenal definitely could get 45 million for Trossard, which is not a bad bit of business because he cost 27 million. 27 million Trossard, 27 million David Raya ish, Gabriel Saliba. Gabriel, obviously, 27 million, Saliba, 27 million. Seem to be doing that 27 million thing a lot. So if we were to sell Trossard now, but we won't because he's in form and it's flavour at month, but then it dies off. It does with Trossard, but we get 45 million for him. But we don't sell players at the right time. That is one thing Andre Berta has got to. I hope he masters that. I really do, because the way we sell players is shambolic. We never seem to be able to do it at the right time. Lucas Welsh, it's the Manchester United roundabout. No one is shocked by this. We predicted he's sacking after his appointment, and 14 months later, whoever is appointed gets sacked. The club is finished. Yeah, you could be right. Chris Welsh could. Close the old Leopards throwing manager under the bus time and time again. He's actually still a good. He is a good manager. I do like Ruben Amorim, manager, but was never right for United. Who is right for United until the Leopard? That's what I mean. Who is right? Who is? Because well, Gareth Southgate incoming, he will suit the PR narrative that's going around these days, all about unicorns and accepting mediocrity. He's pals with Sir Jim. Oh, I didn't know that. It could be. You might be right, Gareth Southgate, because I think he was holding out, wasn't he? He said, "I don't want to manage anyone," and I think he might be holding out for Man United. That's a good point, Chris. That is a good point. It could be Southgate, yeah, because he will tighten them up. Gareth Southgate will tighten them up, but they might become really boring. Hey, short man, if Glasner thinks the Palace owners are bad, wait until he gets to United. Yeah, absolutely, Jay. I mean, yeah, man. And Sir Jim Radcliffe, he is a Man United guy, but he took Nice. He owns Nice in the Ligue 1, in the French league, and he got them firing and that. So I'm shocked that. But then again, he has gave them money. I think spent like nearly 200 million on strikers in summer. Sesko and Bemo and Cunha. So Glasner will stay until the end of the season to try and win Conference League. Glasner already hates Palace owners. He's leaving end of the season. No way he's extending. No, he's not. I think he's made it already. Clear he's not. Lucas Welsh, Ruben Amorim was good until went to Man United. He's poison. Lucas Welsh, apparently we are favourites for Watton. I reckon he replaces Matt Callister and would help Gravenberch too. I can't believe McAllister this season. I really can't. It don't look like it's same. It just don't look like it's same midfielder, man. That guy last season was absolutely fantastic. I'm proper shocked at the way he's played this season. Really am. Um, I'm shocked. I know bit of news, Cancelo, Barcelona on loan. This is the thing, I know that's with Saudi league. You know, um, there's a bunch to pick off. You know, because a lot of players will come and do a few months in Europe on loan, which I'm sure Arsenal can find something if they need something from even Saudi league. Like I say, Ruben Neves could be a decent shout. Could be a decent shout. Now I don't know if they'll go for it. But I don't know what else. Like Jay, what you mentioned, Jay the short man. I don't know, mate. I don't because I was thinking left winger, left winger, left winger. But now Odegaard's back in the team. There's only one position where Eberechi Eze can go, and that is left wing. And then that means Eze, the new left winger potentially, Trossard and Martinelli. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Where would we go? What would you say a midfielder? Would you say a centre back? No, because we've got, Nkapi, Calafiori can play centre back. So you've got Nkapi, Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, Mosquera. That takes care of itself. Right back, Timber, White. Left back, Miles Skelly, Calafiori, Timber, Nkapi. We're stacked, mate. When you look at the defensive side of it, we are very, very, very stacked. Now in midfield, Norgard don't get much game time. So I'd you know what? I would love to see, and Shane Gunner mentions it all the time, and he mentioned it first. I would love to see Miles Lewis Skelly get promoted to centre midfield. I would love to see that guy play alongside Declan Rice. I think it'd be quality. Miles Lewis Skelly playing alongside Declan Rice, it'd be great the way he would nurture him, would support him, coach him through it. I think it'd be fantastic. And Miles Lewis Skelly, you know, he looks like he can do it already. Was it against Atletico Madrid where he just ran through and set Martinelli up? I think it was. What a run! What a run! That shows you that he has got that midfield brain about him. That he has got the attributes to play in midfield. The way he just his way through. He's got good close control anyway. He's good at running with ball. His little ankle bite, a bit like Jack Wilshere. I would love to see Miles Lewis Skelly play middle with Declan Rice. I really would. Will it happen? No chance. Ethan Wanyeri, mate. Honestly, chat. I don't think you'll see him play for Arsenal this year. I really don't. I really do not think you will see Ethan Wanyeri play this year for Arsenal. I think he's done. I honestly think he's done completely. And it wouldn't surprise me if he goes on loan and it ends up being a permanent. I'm so pissed off about that and all. I really am. From last season, scoring like 9 in all competitions, how can you have a breakthrough season and score 9 goals in all competitions and not even get no minutes in your following season? What has he done? They came out and said at start of the season, well, Ethan Wanyeri, his development as a wide player is it a brick wall. What you on about? That is one of the most bullshittest excuses I have ever heard. He was a threat every time he came on last season, no matter what. And he is a goal threat. Darkside Gunner, big up to you, my guy. Good to see you, brother. Go and subscribe to Darkside People. He's smashing it. Not be long before he's hitting 1,500 subs. He's absolutely hammering it. And I just with this one year, I'm so annoyed with it. Really annoyed, man. Like he should be getting more minutes, and this is what Arteta does. It's not like he puts players on bench and gives them, that last 25 minute, or they start the following game. He literally blanks them out. It's like, don't want to know you. Out, out. Don't want to know you. Not talking to you. Not bothered. You're not playing any minutes. Like Eze, not playing any single minutes. He just Arteta to me just does not know how to manage his full squad. He really don't. And this is why when people compare him to Pep, I mean, you've just not watched football long enough. He's nothing like Pep. Pep's in a league of his own when it comes to Arteta. Pep knows how to manage a squad. He's won leagues by managing a squad. He's had Kevin De Bruyne out for nearly 5 months and Haaland out for nearly 3 months, and Man City still went on to win the Premier League. So when even people say to me, Yeah, but that season we had injuries. Sleeper. I, no matter what you say to me, you will not hear me make any pathetic excuses up about injuries because Man City have done something what is proven factually correct. They won the league with De Bruyne out for nearly 5 months and Eze and Haaland out for nearly 3 months, and they won the Premier League. So anyone what makes bullshit, fake, not fake, anyone makes bullshit, stupid, childish excuses up about, well, we've got injuries. If it's only, we'll only not win the league or we'll not win the Premier League this season, maybe because it's injuries and that. You're not. It's pathetic. It is pathetic because Man City have already done that script. They won the league without De Bruyne and Haaland. So anything you say, when you say, well, if we don't win it this season, it's probably because of the injuries. No one cares. It's laughable. They're just laughing because it's bullshit. And like they'll just turn around and say, well, Man City did it without De Bruyne for nearly 5 months at Ireland. We're out for nearly 3 months. It don't get any more a bigger loss in your team than losing those two players, and they still won Premier League. So anyone that makes injuries up, just don't waste your time because it's a pathetic child excuse. It really is. It really is. We must win that Premier League this season. We must. There's no excuses now. He's got all he's been given 6 year on the December 19th, 20th official 6 year Arteta. He's been given all his squad what he needs. He's been given money to buy all his players what he needs. He's been given time. Right now, Arteta is the luckiest manager in football for the time he's had and the money he's been able to spend. Dockside, big up chat. Dockside, I think Ethan has been done dirty. 100% Dockside. He has, man. He really has. Dockside, Skelly should be the Rice backup. He should. That I would love to see it, mate. I really want to see Miles Lewis Skelly in that midfield alongside Declan Rice. Dockside, I called Arteta Eminem because he forgot about and Eze. That's it. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Um, he like like we said earlier on, if Odegaard's playing, Eze's not, and it's a World Cup year. It's a World Cup year, so some players are going to really get pissed off with this because they think, well, you've messed my World Cup chances up. Because I get like if a player's on form, he has to play, but Eze's not playing at all, man. He's getting zero minutes, you know. So some players look at it and think, you're not playing me at all. You're not playing me. You're not even giving me any single minutes. You're not giving me last 20, 25 minutes or anything. You're just not playing me at all. And players will get pissed off for that because they will think that's like a personal vendetta against him. Like, am I being punished for making a mistake against Aston Villa, not tracking back? But yet, Martin Odegaard last season was Arsenal's worst first team player by a country mile. He was absolutely shambolic. And especially when he's the captain as well, it makes it even worse. As soon as he's in away from his injury, straight back into team. Now, like we said, Odegaard at the minute is playing okay-ish, half decent, but Wieze not getting any minutes. It's even when Yeri, obviously that he's not a first teamer, but even that he just don't know how to manage a squad, mate. Mikel Arteta don't know how to manage a squad. Where are we? Not so good. I actually think Arteta will win a trophy this season. Not sure which one, but it's a must. Yeah, absolutely the dark side. There's no excuses, mate. He's got to win it. And again, against Liverpool, Jay the Shortman was saying like he thinks they'll go defensive, and you can probably imagine it. Arsenal probably will be all defensive. Arteta will be scared of losing against Liverpool. But what do people think? Do you think we should go at him? But it's like what Chris Welsh said. If we flick that offensive switch like we did against Aston Villa in second half, no team lives with Arsenal. It's as simple as that. Nobody will handle Arsenal this season when that switch goes off because how well we can defend. We're fantastic at defending. You've got Gabriel Saliba, the best centre backs in world football. Timber, one of the best right backs in world football. Calafiore, if he plays. To me, Arsenal's most improved player and a very good left back now. When he obviously he's getting his injuries again. Miles Lewis Skelly fits him, a very good left back. prefer him in midfield. Like I said, I really want to see him in midfield alongside Declan Rice. Nketiah, a very good left back. If it's Ben White who stays on right back, Timber, a very good left back. So when that switch goes off, when that switch gets flicked like it did against Aston Villa second half, that's when no one can handle Arsenal. But we're not seeing it enough. And like I said, at start of stream, we can't be making teams like Wolves look like top 10 side. We made Everton look really good. Obviously, they've been okay this season. David Moyes, he's gone back to his club and it's worked. But we made Everton look very, very good. We made Wolves look very, very good. We made Palace look very, very good at Cup. We just got to start killing teams off. We just want to see that switch more, where we take that game to teams and destroy them, and just absolutely rip into them straight away early doors. Bang, 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 2-0 in first 20, 25 minute. And some fans will say, well, you can't do that, you can't do that. Yeah, you can, because I've seen the Invincibles, I've seen 97, 98, and that's what we used to do. Take the game to teams, absolutely smash them, destroy them, bang, be ruthless. Next minute, 2-0 up by half time, game's nearly done. Second half, get another early goal, 3-0, done and dusted, off. Right, let's rest that player. Let's rest that player. And you know what? Back then, you're only allowed 3 subs, and we've got 5. We can be using our squad a lot better, but that's down to Mikel Arteta. That's down to Mikel Arteta. We can be taking the game to teams, getting an early lead, trying to get, I'm not saying be 3-0 up every game in like first 30 minutes, but more games we need to be seeing like an early 2-0, where we're 2-0 up, like the Man Cities have done when they've won the leagues over the years, like we did, 23, 22, 23 season. Obviously didn't win league. So I just want to see it. I want to see more of that second half performance, what we did against Aston Villa. Now, will it be like that on Thursday? I don't think so. I think Arteta will be so defensive and just think, right, we'll settle for a draw or get a cheeky win. But Man City play, like I said to you, guys, Man City play Brighton first at the Etihad, and I'm 99% confident they're going to win, and then they'll be 3 points behind Arsenal. So if we go and lose by just not going all out, and then like we did last time at Anfield, Slobosly with that stunning free kick, you think, shit. Man City are now 3 points behind, and the next game they play before us, which I think is at Old Trafford on the Saturday morning away, and then we play Nottingham Forest on the Saturday night. So you're thinking, oh fuck, we're literally touching distance. They're going to be 3 points in front. So sorry, they're going to be level. So if they obviously beat Man United, they'll be level, and then it's like, oh fucking hell. Pressure's back on us now. We've got to go to Forest and win. Got to go to Forest. No draw allowed. So we don't want that. We do not want that. We want to take that game to Liverpool and get it wrapped up, man, and take it to him. Because at Anfield we didn't give him. There were no punching nose for him. There were no headache for him, and that's what we need to do. Like when we came out in that second half at Emirates against Aston Villa, I bet Unai Emery thought, "Fucking hell," and all Aston Villa players and fans thinking, who put 50 pence in Arsenal? Where's this come from? It's like they were possessed, they wanted the ball, they were stronger than Villa, they were biting at the ankles, getting the ball from him, shoulder barging them out of the way, jumping up in air, winning headers, passing it very fast, which we hadn't seen a lot this season, feeding it into obviously front men faster. There were a lot more intensity, a lot more urgency. But in previous games against the Wolves, against Everton, against the Palace, against Brentford, it's just been little spells of intensity and urgency. And it costs us. We either end up slipping up, losing concentration and conceding, or we end up drawing. So let's just see, man. Thursday. Weird knowing that you're playing it Premier League on a Thursday night. That's how going. I think first of all, we will be dry, but second half will be 22, 23, Thomas Partey, quick progression football. I just don't understand why the hell we don't start like that. That's what I'm saying, Darkside, man. That's what I mean. We need to start like it more, more, and more. Because when that switch goes, teams can't live with us because how well we can defend and how great our defence is. No one can live with us when that switch goes, when we attack like that. Right, everybody. I'm going to wrap this up. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thank you for joining me. Please do smash the likes and subscribe if you watch it later. And Yes, right now we are currently favourites to win the Premier League, people, but we must flick that switch and take it to teams and kill them off early.